I'm Niall Malone. I'm the performance analyst with Ulster Rugby. In charge of capturing all the training footage, all the match footage, trying to give the coaches as much insight into our play and opposition play as we can. So the week basically flows from a match night. Give all the coaches the footage, all the players get access to the footage. Over the weekend after the game, they'll analyse that, look at it. I'll put together facts and figures for the coaches to help them as well. Monday morning, then the start of the week, we'll review all that with the team quite formally and go through things we thought worked well, things we worked on which maybe didn't work so well, and then quickly as possible we start thinking about the next week. We're lucky to have this sort of high tripod, essentially just a camera sitting on top of a big pole. Gives us a bird's eye view. If you're to watch training from this height, it's nowhere near as useful as getting the bird's eye view. So we use this for every training session. Every bit of training we do basically gets filmed. Right, so this is the analysis suite where the players come in throughout the week, particularly on a Monday morning after a game. The footage from the weekend will be up, our game, our opposition games. And the game is what we call coded, so they can either just watch the game all the way through, they can look at specific instances, so say the lineouts, the scrums, our scores, Saracen scores. It will pick them out rather than the players having to look for that sort of information. The software does that. And then very importantly for each player, they can look at exactly what their contribution was for the match. So they click on their name and it'll bring up basically every time they touch the ball or were involved in the match, a tackle, a carry, a kick, whatever it might be. So that's a really useful tool, because in the old days they used to have to scour through a game trying to find their own individual moments, whereas now this software does it in an instant, so it works well. A player can, Paddy Jackson, if we pick him as an example, he can go into his row and look at his clips. This is from the Saracens game, so it'll tell him, so that was a Paddy Jackson kick, and this one will be a pass, so he comes around the side. He can freeze frame that and change the angle, so he can look at maybe look at the Saracens defence, look from behind the posts to see where the defenders were and was it a good choice. So play on through. His next clip, another pass, same idea. We try and film absolutely every part of training. So for example, yesterday's training, you can go in here, look at you want to look at the scrums and the lineouts. The players can come in and check out some of our scrummaging, some of the angles, etc., which is really high level coaching. I think that feedback is fantastic.